A candidate engaged in smut, but I say, so what? But has her career been eclipsed by her X-rated clips? A Democratic nurse practitioner, aren't they all, running for office in Virginia is embroiled in a sex scandal after pornographic webcam videos she filmed with her husband were leaked. Still, though, some Democrats were relieved to hear about a leak that didn't involve Hunter's laptop or Joe's bladder. According to the Washington Post, Susanna Gibson hosted more than a dozen live sex shows with her hubby on a website called Chatterbait, which I assume is an online forum for fishermen.
It is.
Thank you. She reportedly asked her online fans for tips in exchange for private shows, adding that she was raising money for a good cause. Well, thank goodness Jerry Lewis didn't try that. R.I.P. In another video, she also reportedly said she and her husband tried swapping, but he, quote, doesn't like to share. So are you sure she didn't marry a Republican? Gibson has since lawyered up. She told the Washington Post she won't be intimidated or silenced, although according to the videos, there is one way to get her to stop talking. She blames her political opponents and the Republican allies for this leak, which she called a sex crime. Republicans are so outraged they want to see the videos over and over and over to make sure they're real. I, for one, support Susanna and her husband. It's not like they're cheating on each other. They're monetizing their matrimony. And it's kind of refreshing to find a scandal that involves having sex with your spouse. For some reason, just the idea of having sex with your husband can be terrifying.
You know, I grew up hearing about mudslinging and gutter politics. It's happened many times. You know, you get sex scandals, bribery scandals, a lot of junk like that, especially during an election year. You know, there's always one politician trying to get on, ahead of another politician by either saying, "Oh, look how bad they are and what they do." You know, they try to expose them for things that they've done. That some of it is bad, other things that are just regular part of life. You know, that they say, well, you know, they're not really a family man because basically they got divorced. Or, you know, that basically some of the things that they've done in their lives, the type of jobs that they've held in the past, that they're no good for politics. The thing is that you got to remember, when it comes to politics, anyone can run for office. You could run for office. I could run for office. You know, it doesn't matter what you've done unless it's illegal in your life. You know, if you've done something really bad that, you know, you're going to end up going to jail for, then you shouldn't be running for office. But on this video, we're going to talk about one particular politician who's running for Virginia House of Delegates in the 57th District. And what we found out for her, she's a particular content creator.
Everything breaks at the seams, and you feel like you're losing belief. Damn it, you just gotta stay strong when it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong, 'cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Susanna Gibson. If you haven't heard that name, you might have heard her around there. Certain content creators have talked about this. Tim Pool has talked about this. But I'm going to take this from another perspective. Because what Susanna Gibson is a content creator. Yes, she's on Chatterbait. Yes, she's done sex videos. Same thing like something like on OnlyFans as well. And she's running for House of Delegates. And her opponents try to push her that, ooh, look what she does. But I'm going to tell you, yeah, and so she makes money from films with her videos with her husband. Okay, she does adult content or adult porn on Chatterbait. But let's read into this from the New York Post. Susanna Gibson blasts opponents for gutter politics after sex video surfaces. Democratic Virginia House of Delegates candidate Susanna Gibson blasted her opponents for engaging in the worst gutter politics after video surfaced of her and her husband performing sex acts online for cash. Gibson, a 40-year-old mother of two who's running in a hotly contested race, I love how they put hotly, to represent the state District 57, hosted several live webcam shows on the adult streaming website Chatterbait. The Washington Post revealed it in a bombshell on Monday. The nurse practitioner has since railed against her politics opponents, accusing them of engaging in dirty politics. She called the controversy an illegal invasion of my privacy designated to humiliate me, as she says. My political opponents and their Republican allies have proven they're willing to commit a sex crime to attack me and my family because there's no line they won't cross to silence women when they speak up, Gibson told the CNN statement on Tuesday. Now, I don't know her politics. I don't know on there, but the thing about it is, she might have a right direction that, some people might be interested in. My opponent and his allies know that the people of the district are on our sides on the issues, so they're stooping to the worst gutter politics, she added. There's too much at stake in this election. I will not stop fighting for our community. Her opponent in the battle of the seat of House of Delegates, Republican businessman David Owen, said in his campaign, learned about the videos on Monday like everyone else. I'm sure this is a difficult time for Susanna and her family, and I remain focused on my campaign, Owen told the Post in a statement. The videos were posted to a publicly accessible archive on the website Recubate in September of 2022 after Gibson declared her candidacy, the Washington Post first reported. Gibson apparently maintained her Chatterbait profile called Hot Wife Experience after having announced her campaign in July of 2022, uploading at least one image of herself on a sex streaming site a month later. She garnered some 5,770 Chatterbait followers, whom she repeatedly pressed for more tokens in exchange for certain acts in private showings. She told fans that she was raising money for a good cause. Gibson's attorney, Daniel P. Watkins, said the circulation of the videos are a violation of Virginia's revenge porn law, which makes it a crime to maliciously disseminate or sell nude or sex images of another person with an intent to coerce, harass, and intimidate. And that is correct. That is correct. It's hers. She did it herself. She's selling herself. You went to the site, you paid for the site, and you downloaded the footage, and you're using it to blackmail her. We are working directly with the federal and law enforcement to hold the wrongdoers accountable and to protect Ms. Gibson's right as a victim of crime. Watkins, founder of Myers Watkins Phillips Push LLP, told the Post. The lawyers cited a Virginia appeals court ruling in 2021 that determined it was illegal for a man to secretly record his girlfriend during consensual sex encounter, even if that video was never shared with others. Gibson's campaign didn't immediately respond to the Post's request for the comment. It is not clear if Gibson will remain in the race, which I heard she was staying, although she said the scandal won't silence me, she said. The Democratic Party of Virginia declined to comment on the controversy as it works to regain the majority in the 100-member Virginia House. Democrats control the Senate by 4-vote margin, while Republicans control the House of Delegates by the same margin, with 4 seats currently vacant. The race has attracted significant amounts of spending from both parties, which are wage and test legislative battles as a Republican-starred Governor Glenn Youngkin looks to continue his conservative agenda with full control of the state government. The state Republican Party told House Speaker Todd Gilbert, do not immediately respond to the Post request for comment on Tuesday. The district voted in favor of Youngkin's 51.2 to 48.3 in 2021, but in 2022, the congressional midterm elections, the split district was 50 Democrat to 49.1 Republican. And I think that's because of the issues of age verification that's been going on in Virginia as well. And the thing about it is, like I said, I don't know what what is part of her political platform of the situation. My suggestion is run on a sex workers campaign, because there are other content creators that go through similar situations. We have, we were saying the Free Speech Coalition are fighting situations where there are people, the ACLU has already jumped into this, that there are people in the sex workers and content creators that basically bank accounts are being shut down because of the profession they're in, and that's illegal. That is totally illegal. And you may say to yourself, well, she's doing sex. She shouldn't run for government. What should she be doing to this whole situation? But let me take you on a trip back to the 1980s. And you're like, oh no, tell me there wasn't. Yes, there were, not in this country. But let's go back to the 1980s. There was a porn star in Italy. Her name is La Cicciona. Her real name is Iona Staller. And back in the 80s, she ran for government and won. Yes, that's right. She did win. And the thing about it is, the people, they say, well, she's a porn star. What should she believe in? Well, guess what? In 2023, she's still fighting the good fight. She's at age 70, 71. It's 71, or she should be turning 71 about now. And she's still fighting the good fight in government. Yes, she was a porn star. But yes, she ran for politics. She was a trailblazer for sex worker in politics for decades. She spoke because basically there were situations in Italy that, sex workers had problems with. This is a porn star that was elected to the Italian parliament in 1987. And she ran until 1991. She wasn't reelected. But now it's she's trying to push again to get back into politics, even at age 70. If you haven't heard about this, take a moment. There's plenty of, and she was born in Hungary. She was Budapest, Hungary, on there, and her political party was the Radical Party, or the Love Party. She has children. She was married. She's also a singer. And, she was doing this for quite some time, and very attractive back then. One thing about her, before she ran for office, that she was known on the video shelf, on the retail shelf on there. And, when she ran for office, her videos were flying off the shelves. The porn star that became a politician, But this is what it explains to you. You have Susanna Gibson right now, who basically is on Chatterbait, who, she does content creation of an adult nature. Why shouldn't she? That's her business. And for one of her rivals, or somebody out there to try to use it as blackmail against her, saying like, telling people, oh, look how bad. I mean, that violates the law in that state. Somebody's probably going to jail because of this. So we'll keep monitoring this particular election, see what happens. What, does she decide to help content creators like herself? Or, just go the way of the regular Democratic Party? I don't know. But who am I to say but a man with the show?
Thanks for watching. Before you go, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and share this video. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as it helps us increase the reach of our channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help fund this and many other channels. If you wish to help grow this channel by financial support, you have two ways. There are two links below. One link will send you to a direct pay site where you can make a donation. The second link will send you to our gear store where you can purchase t-shirts, mugs, and other specialty items. Any additional discounts will be listed on the main page. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.